Whenever you want to start any business, there's a lot of confusion as to where you should start from. What are the permissions required? What is the step-by-step procedure, etc. etc. This video will tell you exactly all of that. Hi guys, I am Yash from Business Guru. We help entrepreneurs in setting up their business and managing their compliance. We make videos like these for y'all so that y'all have all the information and nobody can take you for a ride. So guys, let's get started. Guys, make sure you stay till the end of the video. We'll be answering some FAQs regarding this topic at the end. Starting any business in India is a simple 3-step process. For some businesses it's just 2 steps and for some it's just a single step. Many of these steps are now online and it's become very simple and straightforward to start any business in India. First step in starting your business is to choose and register a business entity. In business entity, you broadly have 3 choices. You can choose any one from proprietorship, LLP or a private limited company. Your choice will depend on what type of business you are doing, whether or not you want to raise venture capital and whether or not you have partners. Once you choose your business structure, you need to then hire a consultant to register it. Guys, a lot of consultants may tell you to register a partnership firm, but in the FAQs we will tell you why you should never go for a partnership firm. Guys, note that there is no registration required if you choose a proprietorship. If you happen to choose a proprietorship for your business, you can directly move on to step 2. So coming back, once you hire a consultant and register your entity, you will get a certificate of incorporation, or in simple terms, a certificate of registration for your business. Once you get this, you can move on to step 2. Once your entity is registered, you need to approach any bank to open a current account for your business. Guys, make sure you select a bank which is good for your business type. For example, if you want to get into the business of import and export of any products, HDFC Bank would be a good option. If you are a startup, you could choose a bank where the minimum balance requirement is 0. Guys, just a small advice over here. Do not open your account with a cooperative bank. You might have recently seen in the news that a lot of cooperative banks have closed down. Some examples being PMC Bank and CKP Bank. So it may not really be safe to open a current account with them. You can instead choose any nationalized bank like SBI or any private bank like Kotak. So guys, once you've opened a current account, you can then move to step 3. Once you open your current account, you have to then take some more approvals required for your business. Guys, note that step 3 is not applicable for all businesses. A lot of businesses do not require any more approvals to start. They can directly start even after opening their current account. But guys, there are some businesses which require some additional sector or industry specific approvals to start. For example, if you want to set up a call center, you need an OSP license. A firm of architects needs an approval from the Council of Architecture. A new food brand requires an FSSAI license. If you want to set up a payment service or a UPI service like PhonePe, you require permission from the RBI and the NPCI. These businesses require more permissions because public at large may come in contact with them. The government wants to ensure that there is no fraud or wrongdoing, and that's why these businesses require more permissions. Guys, if this was not done, just imagine a food company which is operating without an additional license and lakhs of people become ill because of consuming its food. So guys, once you're done with step 3, you can now start your business. Just to summarize it for you all, register your entity, open your bank account and take industry specific approvals only if required and start your business. So guys, let's get on to answering some FAQs now. Guys, this is one of the most frequently asked questions and that's why it's at number 1. Guys, GST registration is not compulsory. If you're providing services, you need a GST registration after you cross a turnover or sales of 20 lakhs, and for other businesses, the limit is 40 lakh rupees. As specified by us earlier, there is no law in India which registers proprietorships. You just need to open a current account to start a proprietorship firm. But some banks may ask you for a GST registration or an MSME registration first to open a current account. Guys, once you open a current account, please note that there may be still industry specific approvals required to start a proprietorship firm, which is step 3 of this video. Guys, banks require a PAN card to open a current account. But in the case of an LLP, some banks open a current account on the PAN card application only and without waiting for the physical PAN card copy. And guys, one more thing, there is no separate PAN card of a proprietorship firm. The owners or the proprietor's PAN card is enough to open a current account of the proprietorship. Guys, as advised by us in our other videos as well, do not form a partnership firm even if somebody does it for free for you. It has a lot of disadvantages like unlimited liability, no separate existence, no perpetual existence, etc. And it also takes a year to register a partnership firm. You could instead go for an LLP or a private limited company, but do not go for a partnership firm. Guys, we hope that you have now understood how to start any business in India. This should clear doubts of a lot of people who are always confused about how to start a business. If you still have doubts or if you want to ask about a specific business, you can ask them in the comment section below. Guys, please share this video with your friends who are looking to start any new business in India. Please like our video and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update. Until next time guys, cheers.